All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is shooting this shit in spatial with the Dragons, Arthur Alley, your boy Kaveli the Punisher White, my man TooiLLY, featuring
Let's
the
go.
homeboy Mosie. Let's go.
Hey, 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 hey. Some people like to, talk that talk. Some people like to walk that walk. Some people like to do all the above and then shoot a little shit. So that's what we gonna do. Kick on back, light up one of the woods, drink a little bit of that drink, and we gonna shoot a little shit. Hey, hey, hey. We ain't doing nothing, just talking a little shit, talking a little smack. Dope vibes only. Bring your own beer. Bring your own shots. Kick on back. Now, if you can't shoot it, don't pick that motherfucker up. You got a little kick to it now. Shoot the shit and shoot the shit and shoot the shit. Shoot the shit, let's shoot the shit. Hey, hey. Let's shoot the shit, let's shoot the shit. Let's shoot the shit, let's shoot the shit. Let's shoot the shit, let's shoot the shit. Little grown man, little grown woman talk. They never hurt nobody. We just vibing, baby. We just vibing. One thing I can tell you is you're gonna have some goddamn fun. Goddamn. You talk that shit. We're gonna sip that sip. We doing us, we vibing out like, hey, 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 we shooting the shit, shit. Ooh, ooh, that was a little flow. Hold on, though.
Oh my god, bro. That was the sickest mother effing intro ever in life.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh man, bro. Listen, man. This whole shooting the shit is spatial thing that you are part of right now, Mosie, is brought to you by the Dragons. You know what I'm saying? The spatial was built by my homeboy Arthur Alley. That cool ass dude who was shooting the shit with you. That's the homeboy TooiLLY. How you feeling, TooiLLY?
Man, listen, I'm like, we ain't the shit to get started yet, man. I'm over here sweating this shit. What the hell, man? I'm chilling, man. How you doing over there, man? Everything good with you?
Man, you know I can't complain in this game, bro. We just got done out of contest on the XRP blockchain for Web3 XR Tempo, and we was able to make it to the next round, bro. So I'm blessed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was happy to see that. You know what I mean, Illy?
Hey, listen, it's not too many times you see somebody drop a song and it got like 2, 3, 4 genres in one. That joint right there, I'm like, oh my God, this joint right here crazy. Like, 'cause when you first sent it to me, I ain't listened to it all the way through. So when it dropped and then it dropped again, I'm like, oh, see, that's how you come to play. You come to play like that, huh?
Ah man, I really appreciate that, bro. You crazy, because you could be on here like, oh, you ain't pick one of my beats. Yeah, So I sure
Hey, look,
appreciate
when we shoot this shit, it's nothing but dope vibes only, bro. Like, and if you know what I mean, that ain't dope vibes to hate, dog. Man, we ain't doing that. We saluting over here. You feel me?
man. Well, speaking of mud effing dope vibes, bro, Mosie just brought in some super effing dope vibes with that freaking guitar, and you talking your over that, man. What's up, Mosie? How you feeling?
Yeah, not bad. Pretty good. How are you guys? I just heard TooiLLY. How are you doing, Kaveli?
Man, I am effing lovely and blessed to be here with you. Blessed to have everybody in here chilling at this powwow with us. And so, bro, you freaking you recorded that while live and stuff, Mosie?
Yeah, we just made that up together.
That is
I just
Yo,
freaking
popped in,
Mosie
popped
was in
through
a
his
whole
phone.
nother vibe. Like, hey, Mosie, you over here, Velly over here trying to talk to you. You over here just zoned out. Like, I'm like, man, he not playing. He zoned out over there. Let's do it, man.
hey, on my mama, all I heard was shoot the shit. We shoot the shit. We shoot the shit.
I know that one.
And you know, Ali got that one right there recorded. That's gonna be the official joint right there. I'm telling you.
Man, that was so dope, bro. So Mosey, man, where are you now? Where are you talking to us from, young man?
I am talking to everybody from my couch, in the Great White North of Canada,
Oh wow. Can I
just
call you a
Simpleton.
Canadian? That's not offensive, is it?
Oh yeah, I'm a Canadian. Oh yeah, I'm a Canadian.
Okay, you live by the Canadian standards.
Oh yeah, through born and bred. Uh, I was learning to walk, and then put on skates, and then did the old it's hockey, maple syrup, winter all year round. Keep your stick on the ice. you know. Oh fuck yeah, man.
Hey,
You know, we got the Easter Coast in us too.
hey, one of the homies from the Keyboard Warriors, he one of the moderators over there. He's from the Canada too, on the Cardano side. So we're gonna have to link y'all up, man. Y'all probably right down the street from each other.
Oh yeah, one moose ride away. It'll be good.
That is
Definitely,
what
definitely.
I
Good
mean.
old
So like
Canadian humor.
what part of Canada are you from? Like, like tell a American like myself who don't know nothing about, who only knows Montreal and shit like that. Break it down for me, Mosey.
Like if you know like Toronto, like as like our big capital, like I'm in the same province as that one.
Interesting, interesting. So if I was gonna introduce you to a crowd, I would be like Mosey from Toronto, and you would be good with that.
Uh, I guess you could be like Mosie from Canada would be like more accurate and stuff. Like I was born in Pembroke, Petawawa area, and then that's like military base stuff. So then we traveled and then moved place to place, and then came back to my hometown, and that's I guess Barrie would be. You could be like Mosie from Barrie, but like it would just be just as equal to, if not, I don't know.
Man, that
I
is
wouldn't mind
really
on my
cool.
end. I wouldn't care. To be honest, I
I
wouldn't care.
I hear you, man. I just want the people to know you personally. I want to try to unturn, every a couple stones in here for the people so we can really get to know Mosey. And so were you like a military were your parents in the military or anything like that, Mosey?
Yeah, my father was. I was a military brat. Um, so grew up on the base, and that was fun. It was neat, pretty cool. Same. I think the older I get, I realize that like the sky is the sky and the ground is the ground. Wherever you go, people will be people, and so that's why it's like you could be like Mosie from Canada, and like I don't mind it being like that's the main thing. But yeah, my father
I
was,
totally
my mother
get
was not.
So did you like move around a lot when you were younger?
A couple times, and then pretty much just came back. The older I got, back to Barry. Barry would be like my stomping grounds. We did a couple moves as a child, so
How
Hey,
far is from Toronto?
I don't know, like 40 minutes.
Got
That's
it.
why you could
Got
be like, "Yo, he's from Toronto." It's like Toronto is known as the GTA because it's like the Greater Toronto Area, and like it consumes 5 other places, and like or five. I don't know if it's 5. So whoever's gonna be like, "You're wrong, idiot," I'm gonna be like, "I know, I'm an idiot. That's fine." But it
Mhm.
consumes the Greater Toronto Area, which is like a conglomerate of different areas like Vaughan and Scarborough and um, others that I can't. I don't know why I can't think of them off the top of my head right
Well, that's okay because I
now.
didn't know any of
Newmarket.
that. So you really
Yeah.
taught me something today. You know what I'm saying, Illy? Did you want to chime in on that, Illy?
Yeah, I was gonna ask him, like far as your music, like would like did any of your parents have a music influence on you, or
Oh yeah. Both of them have eclectic tastes, and like they're both open to like crazy stuff. So, um, my dad's side, I guess, would be a ton of random acoustic country, like not country music, but like acoustic, folklore, indie style stuff, or that, and then like ranging to 80s synth, and then being like the Clash being like his favorite, and they're all over the map with like different types of genres and stuff, and then Sex Pistols and introducing all that, and then my mother's side would be like I don't know, she loved like Aerosmith and like hair metal and rock, and like so when I was a teenager going through that like scene phase or whatever, the hardcore music and stuff like that, she was down to listen to some of that stuff, and on the other end, my dad was like, "Ah, this is just dumb." I'm like, "But I like it because I can scream with it. It's fun."
exactly? Mom Duke's more raw. Dad like, nah, chill, fall back. No, no, no.
Yeah, exactly.
But nah, the reason I ask is because I mean we get our influence from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I get jazz like from my grandma, and I mean like certain stuff from my mom, and like my dad got a little. He has a little Caribbean in him, so I get some like that reggae type vibe from him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I was
Hmm.
asking.
Yeah, they were super positive towards like showing different styles of music. And like one of the things that I can definitely say that cemented music in me, I suppose, was like car karaoke, I guess, and singing along um, with family members to those dumb things if there was like a long trip that we had to do or whatever. And like my grandparents would introduce me to like the craziest old music, and I would love it. They'd be singing along, just being like, "Ah, grandparents, here we go," and then like I'm like a child, like a little kid, being like, "Yo, here I am!" Like
Exactly.
show me some Michael Jackson out of nowhere, like, like let's do this.
Soaking everything up too. Like, uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so freaking
Exactly.
dope, bro. So let us get a hold on like what you were like freaking hearing on those rides. Like, what year were you born, my guy?
Yeah, I'm a '90s baby, 1990. So I'm 30.
Oh,
Yeah, yo, I'm 33 in a month. And my small human is a decade old. I know I sound youthful and spry, but I'm getting up there in my age as well. And so,
Oh
uh,
man, oh man.
so some of that stuff was like Jim Croce. I loved that Big Bad Leroy Brown. Like, um, God rest her soul. My grandma, like, she introduced me to that kind of stuff, and like I just absolutely loved it, and, like, my grandfather introduced me to, like, the Sinatras and, like, the big band, and I've always had a dream of, like, singing in front of, like, a big band or, like, an orchestra, like, I don't even care if the room is empty, I don't care if it's just, like, literally for nothing, like, that's just one of my own personal, like, that would be "Wah!" for me. So, I have them to thank for that.
So when did you realize that you wanted to play music or do music on your own?
Um, so I guess always like I always loved singing, I suppose, but like um I was on my own at a young age, and I it was me and Ali, my guitar, so Ali Guitar, um, and so her and I would get through uh, just the self-induced strife, I suppose. The young, dumb, immature person who wasn't prepped or ready for the world, but was just like, "All right, you and me, like, let's do it." And so I'd play music and do shows and party and live like an idiot and had a lot of fun. So I guess that was like early
I love
20s
I
to
love that because
late teens.
like like that's the story of so many musicians. Like, no matter what genre or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So like when you say that you were on your own at an early age and you had Ali the Gator, you know what I'm saying? Like tell me about that. Like why were you on your own, or why did you feel like you were on your own at an early age, and how early was it, Mosie?
So in high school, I was a piece of shit because I made a dark joke, and then that became like this unfortunate double life on my end, and I hated myself. Like I absolutely despised myself. It was like a forest fire that just got crazy, and I'm a super empathetic being just based on my entire life and whatever. And so I have siblings, they had their own crap. My parents, they were their own people, they had their own capacity, and by the time my shit became like a thing, I was in high school, on their end, they'd hit their capacity. So uh, my parents had driven away from me, um, and left me on a highway. And I called my best friend at the time and his mom, and they came and picked me up. And that was like I don't remember the exact number, like 17, 18 at the latest, absolute latest. Earlier than that, um, just trying to like place stamps just from all the crap that I've done in my life is just retarded at this point. But anyways, so I made my shit choices, and I didn't have the courage to stand up at that time. So they hit their capacity, they drove away, they picked me up. From that point forward, I was like, all right, guess I'm solving my own shit. And that was just like couch surfing and playing music, places, just
That
trying to do that. That's
Mosey,
good.
that's really, I mean, bro, that's fucking hard to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Coming from me being 37, you know what I'm saying, and having the utmost love for children, no matter what they do. Can you give us some insight into that situation to where they left you on the highway? You said you were 16, is that correct?
Moffitt's auto dealership. If you want the exact location, I can tell you the exact person who picked me up. I can tell you all the like. I know that it's shit. They were shit.
Do you
And
know,
I
like, in
it took me.
in their perspective, why it happened, Mosey?
Yeah, because both of us hit our capacity, and like when okay, so I suppose when a male figure has a male figure um, as a father, and they get to a point in age in their life where they're both stupid and stubborn due to their own lives. Um, I don't know. I don't justify it on either party. It's shit. It happened. I don't know what to I don't know what to say. On their end, it was shit. It sucked. On like, I have no idea if he regrets it. We didn't talk to each other for a long time. It took a decade for me to even be like, yo, I was like, I'm a piece of shit, guys. Like, I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to go through any of that stuff. I had honestly had no idea how to get out because I was just a child. and still understanding stuff. And as a teenager, you're sitting there going, yo, I'm God's gift to mankind. Yo, I'm so talented. I'm so athletic. Check out all this. All these schools are saying, yo, come play for us here. Come do all this stuff here. Like you're so like is what it is, right? And so when you're going out there and you don't realize that the entire world is connected, right? You're like, I don't know, it's just fucking I got to a point where I thought I was super great and he got to a point where he's like, dude, I'm fucking tired of saying this over and over again. You're an idiot. And I'm like, well, you're an idiot. And then he's like, no, you're dumb. I'm out of here. Peace. And I'm like, wow, you're dumb. I'm out of here. Peace. Like, I don't know what to say, man. Like, it's fucking, it sucks. Would I
It's
ever do
all
that to
a
my
part of the
son? Hell
beautiful
no. It's
struggle,
fucking
man.
hell, yo. Like, it's fucking,
I
I
think
don't
you
know.
I think you said enough, man. It's like Illy said, it's all a part of the beautiful struggle. And the reason why I lean on you for more insight on that is because
Yeah.
there'll be people who'll hear this and they may be in your position and they may wonder why certain things happen to them from certain people who they were very close to, and they may need to know that well, Mosie got through it, you know what I'm saying? And so they'll be able to get through it also, you know what I mean? So we appreciate you for sharing that with us, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just want you to know that things happen in life, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason or whatnot. But hey, man, we don't pick the cards that we dealt with, we just play those motherfuckers, you feel me?
Hell yeah, yo. Like, shit, yeah. Like, on my end, like I said, I've tasted it super negative and I've tasted it super positively. I've gone from highs to lows, lots of money, no money, is what it is, right? And so on my end, like, I'm aware that he's a human, and I'm aware that my mom's also a human, and I'm a human, and I just watched a human grow from my balls to the incredible decade-old being that he is. You know what I mean? So like, uh, if you had hit me with this like fucking 6 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to handle it as healthily. You had to hit me with this 8 years ago, I probably would have been extremely unhealthy about it. Right? So like, it's just you're right. It is the beautiful struggle in life, and everything that I've gone through in general. Like, I couldn't have gone through if I didn't do the things that I did, and I wouldn't appreciate half of the stuff that I got to appreciate in life, right? Like, those who have and those who have not have completely different perspectives of what's like what is and what is not, right? So like, I don't know, it's just been I am fortunate, and I don't hate my parents. I don't despise them for it. I especially at this stage, right? Like, we all have our struggles, and like I said, my siblings also added to the plate. Like, I know all three of us were like hooligans. Like, I remember one time my brother and I climbed out on the roof. So the gap is this: my brother's three years older than me. My sister's 4 years older, and so my brother and I climb out onto the roof, and the bus stop is across the street. And we had dogs like my entire life, basically. So we had to pick up the dog shit. And so we climbed out and we had bags of dog shit and we were just launching it across the street and everything. And like that's like that's the type of hooligan jackass kids that we were. Like, no understanding of impact on others. And so I
Oh
understand.
my
Yeah.
god, dude. You got so when you and your brother were launching dog shit, what was your sister doing?
"Get off the roof, you guys are idiot," like, just screaming at us, right? Like, oh, man, it was wild, right? Like, and God bless my parents, like, they worked hard, right? So, like, Andy Proud served in the military. Oh, wow, sorry for doxing, is what it is. And so, um, he was proud in the military, beautiful guy, um, absolute incredible heart, very rough and tough exterior, right? Because he's been through the shit, and like, I know what he's been through. That's why it's like, man, if I had to carry what you've been through with me, I know it's challenging. I know that life is hard and it just keeps piling on, and like, that's the crazy bit. But they'd be gone by like 5:36 in the morning. So it's just like three hooligans doing this. So like, she'd yell at us for that. Like, we had this fight with my mom's like incredibly expensive and epic kitchen knives. Like, my brother and I, like, probably 7 and a 10-year-old grabbing a butcher knife and like another random carving knife and just like ching ching ching, just like hitting, no care in the world if we're gonna hurt each other, actively trying to like go at each other. And then like I remember I hacked at the counter and was just like claw claw claw, and then put it all away. And then we went to school and then came home from
Medieval
school and it was
Mosie.
just like, what the fuck, yo.
Hey, Veli, we're gonna start calling him Medieval Mosie now.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, no. Yeah,
I wanted to
this
know, bro. I missed it like right when you were rapping. So are you 3 years older than your brother, or are they 3 years older than you? Which one was that?
I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest.
Okay, so
There
your brother's 3 years older than you, and your
yeah,
sister's 4 years older than you, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. And you have a father named Andy who was in the military, and he was a little tough on you. Is that right, Mosie?
He was aptly, I don't know, he was militarized. So like the things that he knew what to do to try to correct behavior was the thing that he tried to instill upon us. The lessons that I couldn't hear based around my inept ability to understand a lesson greater than 1 minute long when it's being delivered at a young age, because every child is like that. And yeah, like they tried their best. They did what they could do. Was
What
it
are
tough?
some of
I
the best
suppose.
What are some of the best memories that you have growing up with your family? Like whether it was like vacation or you guys just going out throwing snowballs at each other. You know what I mean? Can you tell us like think about that and let us know some of the best memories you had with your family?
Yeah, all the time in like the winter, like when I was like real young, just up until like double digits, I suppose. Like until then, um, every winter would be an insane amount of snow because it's Canada. So every time he'd be out shoveling the driveway or we'd be out helping, and snowball fights were like a incredibly fond memory. I know one of my, I suppose now that I think about it, I guess off the top of my head, one of my fondest memories is like going to work with my dad and just him and I being in the truck, and then like having songs that like if I knew it came on, then like I'd hear him sing, right? And like he'd sing along. Or like I remember one time, like because we moved away from my stomping grounds. Did you write that down? And do you know where that is?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Berry baby.
Yeah.
Berry
So,
baby.
we moved outside of there, but I still went to school in here because my mom worked there, and we did all the things that we could to go. So that meant I'd have to leave at like 5:30 in the morning with them. So the best time seeing fog was like the rolling hills, driving into the fog, driving over it, and then seeing over top of it, and then like the sunrises with my mom, because my mom would do the driving and like drive to everything, like absolutely everything. And I loved like after, like I was a part of every sporting thing that I possibly could. I love sports. Like I absolutely love like
You
movement and
can't
like
play no sports,
Mm,
Mosey.
I I I digress. I definitely I can, and I love it. Not at this age. My small human is definitely being like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm gonna beat you soon," and I'm like, definitely gotta step up my game. But my mom, she would drive to everything, and so like falling asleep in the car after like football or after like basketball and volleyball and stuff or rugby was like the greatest thing, and I thought it was like a forever drive, and then when I started driving, I realized it was like, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but it was like the greatest time ever.
Man, I love that, bro. Because I too had fun, while driving places in Midwest America with my family, and I too think I my perspective is I developed my love for music, a lot of my love for music while on those road trips, like yourself, Mosey. You know what I mean? Illy, how you feeling, bro? Are we cracking the code on Mosey? Are we getting to him yet? Are we gonna crack him?
Hey, listen, I got 2 points real quick. We definitely cracking them. I mean, I'm definitely enjoying the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm enjoying the story. It definitely has like a little roller coaster effect going on. I mean, and I do want to touch on something though, because Mosley, he said, "Hey, he said his stomping grounds," and then he asked you, "Did you write it down?" Because he noticed that you paying attention over there, right? But as a co-host, right, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm low key friendly hating over here because you on point like a mofo, bro. I promise you, bro. Yo, you ran down the whole list. I had to look to my left, like, hold on, did he just run down the whole beginning of the interview? And I said, oh, my brother's paying attention. I love that. So salute to you, my brother.
No,
Salute.
peace,
But yeah,
bro.
but mostly I definitely respect the story, you know what I mean? And it's definitely like just hearing it, you know what I'm saying? Like it just certain people go through certain things for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Like and some people just test it. Now I mean, like you can. It doesn't matter what age you are. You could be tested for whatever age. Now I mean, just to see if you built for whatever is in store for you. You know what I'm saying? And it help mold you as a person. I mean, like a person who haven't went through anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, God bless them. You know what I'm saying? Because life definitely has some things coming your way. But a person who always going through something and used to it, you know what I'm saying? They ready for it. They ready and prepared for the war, you know what I'm saying? Like so I mean, salute to you, man. Salute to you.
Oh, thank you. Well, everybody is alive, right? So on my end, it's like if you've like I've done sewer sanitary work. I've I've installed and done that. So like shit jobs aren't the worst thing in the world, and they provide for a lot. And sometimes hard work is something that you can look back on and be like, wow, that's sick. Like when I was doing hardscaping for landscaping and stuff, and like it'd be like, oh God, I gotta truck all of this gravel from A to B, and I've got to bring all these rocks from A to B, and then dig up all this dirt and move that from B to A, and then 5 days of that, you're like, oh crap. But like at the end of each day, you can look back and see it's a thing. So the end of my life, regardless, like I always want to try and grow and learn. And I know that I've made mistakes. I make mistakes. I'll continue to make mistakes, and I won't know what I don't know until somebody's pointed it out. And so I'm willing to take the criticisms. I'm willing to take on the man, like goddamn. And like I said earlier, I don't know if this part was recorded or whatever. Checking out Reggie Watts, he's got this song "Apples," right? And like one of the lines in it was like, "Why you learn to be good in the first place." Though the strife that I've lived, self-induced, non-self-induced strife, like it, it's the only thing that I'd ever know. I can't live any other existence. I can't go back in time and change it. And um, at the times when I do sit and dwell on the past, those are the times that I find that I become stagnant and don't grow. And then I look back on that and I'm like, God damn, that's a wasted time, right? And like the crypto space in general, wowza. Because time is so much faster, those types of
Man,
self-assessments, they happen like that.
I just want to know, Mosie, are we friends? Are me, you, Illy, and Alter Alley, and this other person who is with us? I don't know if it's my boy now. It could be, but are you, me, and Alter Alley, and this other man who with us? Are we friends, Mosie? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm friends. I'm friendly towards you guys, and I hope that you guys are friendly towards me. I have no
yeah,
malicious intent, right? Like I've I've gone through some really crazy things and some really shitty stuff, and I have zero will or intent to see anybody else ever go through anything like that. So like I'm always like ass naked, transparent, like you want to go through my skeletons? I don't give a fuck. Let's go through my skeletons. Like
I'm
I'm
I'm glad
friends with
you
you,
said
and if
that,
you're
Mosie.
you, then hell's yeah.
I'm glad you said that because earlier in the interview you said that you did a dark joke, and it just seemed like you were kind of ashamed of that joke. So can you tell us about that? Are you comfortable with speaking about that with us?
That's a good one. Yeah, it was a joke about cancer. And it really sucked because like cancer is massive and insane. Right? My mom had thyroid cancer. My grandma had breast cancer. Lots of people. One of my closest friends growing up from childhood, she died of it, and so it was just something that was just gross, right? So that's why I was so ashamed. That's why I lived a double life, because my true core value is like helping people, making people smile, and like that preceded me, right? And during a time where I didn't learn how to be confident enough in myself and be like, that's not who you are. You're not a piece of shit. Number two, because it preceded me and my ego at that time followed just behind that, the pain from that was something that was like, yo, I like legitimately didn't even understand. I had no comprehension of how to function properly, right? So like there was like an absolute like holy shit, like, and that sucked.
Did
And
you
then
do this when you were in high school?
yeah, super young.
Is this
Fucking
what caused the pullover on the highway with your father?
yeah, essentially, yeah. Because I lived a double life for a little while. Like it fucking sucked, dude. Like it sucked. And like I said, like I'm 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 a bubbly person. I'm very I say it's shiny, right? Like as you guys can see, or what you guys have said, if they weren't just niceties, if they were your actual opinions and beliefs as to what it's my talents and the things that I've shown and showcased, I have some skills, and people are like, "That's alluring." So that didn't just like start now. And during that time in my youth, it was just like it was really fucked up, man. Like I had adults
What is
confiding in
this?
me and stuff that like they shouldn't have been. I had like essentially it was really fucked up. And I had, thankfully, like time later, um a new vice principal was the guy that like brought it all to light, which was now at this day and age, I can be like, yo, thank you, because that other path would have been just garbage. Like it would have just been straight up garbage. And
Mosey,
it's just
just take a minute
unfortunate.
with me though. Like
What's up?
work with me though, bro. Help me understand. What is this double life you speak of? You keep saying that you lived a double life and it just seems
I
like
had like my high school life and then like my home life, right? So like I tried to keep my parents separated from like anything that was happening outside that door, right? I didn't
mm,
understand that they left either. You know what I mean? So like I'd be like going to parties and lying and like all those dumb shit like that. And like my school life would know me for a different person, and like my parents would get like absolute zero and garbage, right? And then
Just
like
being a
my bad
teenager,
choice,
being
yeah,
young.
just being yeah, exactly, right? And like because of like the main lies and like lying consistently and just being like fuck, like I'm a kid thinking a lie is going to save a lie, and then a lie saves another lie, and then it's like, well, that doesn't, and like you're an idiot. Like House of Cards, they collapsed. That's why I became so naked, so transparent, so honest, so blunt, so direct, because it's like I learned and understood why it's insanely inappropriate, right? Like, and especially at a young age during formulative years, like it is something that, like, yeah, like, fuck that shit, right?
Hey, I
And
don't know too many 13 and 14-year-olds coming up that was like, hey, mom, I'm about to go smoke a blunt and take a couple shots with the homies. I'll be back home later.
exactly, right? So like, and doing dumb hood, like, man, it was so funny. Like, so like that's why it's crazy, and especially having a small human, right? Like, not even at like like I said, like he's a decade old, right? And like 1990, you guys can do the math, right? So, um, at even at that age, still not understanding like what it means to be like a man yet, and like what it means to be an adult, and then like what it means to be a dad, because like during my formative years, like he wasn't there, and like the three of us were, I don't want to drop the R bomb, three of us were really dumb people, right? And so like it was just like
wait a minute, wait. The R
fortunate.
bomb? I'm not familiar. Help me, Mosey.
I don't know. Some
Nah,
people don't like the word retarded.
Oh,
Sorry
yeah,
to
okay,
like,
okay.
yeah.
I
I
Some
don't
got
know.
people,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, some people don't like that, and like I come up from the, like I was born in the '90s, like I said, so like cowabunga, dude. No, like all the offensive terms were like like I grew up in a locker room, like chirping people and
I
offensive
mean,
language
you bring up
essentially.
a great point though. I mean, times are really different from, I guess, even somebody who was born at the beginning in the 90s, right? Because you were a dad at 23, is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, and so I mean, with you being, I mean, brought up in the 90s, I mean, it was a lot. We did say things back in those days that you have to veer away from. Like, what do you think
Oh
about
yeah.
that? Like, isn't that fucking crazy? Like how times have fucking changed. You know what I mean?
It is honestly so wild, and, like, I feel so bad for the future, like, generations if we keep heading down, like, these okay, here's a concept, right? If everybody's walking around in a bubble, and everybody has to respect each other's bubble, it as long as they only respect their own, then, like, it doesn't work, you know what I mean? Like, there's a time and a place where you have to understand that your bubble's not the most important bubble in the room. And if you never learn that, then that's something that I think is unfortunate, that's happening within today's society, and that's a behavior or an ideology that's passed on to the next generation. Then that's the thing that I'm saddened about, right? Like, um, and so I believe that people should be themselves, be proud to be yourself, but understand that like if you're proud of being yourself, there's other people who are out there as well, and they may or may not enjoy what it is that you're doing. And if they don't enjoy it, it's not on them to fuck off. You know what I mean? Like that's the part where people have to understand they impact those around them. And that's something that like I I from my personal perspective and my opinion is happening in this generation where it's like, yo, you, it's all about you. Like if they don't respect you, then like they're the enemy. And that's wild because if everybody's walking around doing that, then nobody respects each other. And that's where to me, I think that we should be like kind of remembering that and remembering the whole time
That
and a
dude.
place.
I love that, Mosey. Like I don't think anybody could have put that any better, bro. But like, I just feel like we've been tapping in with you, and like, and I'd love to know like how your emotions are ranging right now. And I think we could get a good gauge off that if we had you like do us another tune. What do you think, Illy? What you think, Illy?
You just read my mind. I was just gonna ask him like what was his direction when it like far as when it comes to music, you know what I'm saying? But I love to hear another jingle though, and I mean just a little quick intermission, you know?
I'll try to whip something up.
And look, just
As
just
far
know
as
we
like where I'm
recording
at,
all this, know what I mean? So we gonna be sending you a contract, know what I mean, for licensing rights and and then look, that's
yo,
why
use
Allie
it.
over there
Use
dancing
them.
and shit. You think he's slick.
Here's the thing: anything that's made or used tonight, as long as you guys say, "Yo, Mosey's the guy that did it," then use it for whatever you need it for. Like, that helps you build whatever it is that you're building. Like that's what I'm literally in the crypto space. That's what I
Pay attention,
enjoy
future
about.
interviewees. Eat your heart out. Mosey's in the
Yeah,
building. Talk your shit, Mosey.
exactly. Let them. Like that's. I don't know. There's a lot of oddities to me.
I'm loving this. Keep up the good work.
This is how you build right here. It's that producer zone out. Mm, mm, mm. Woo! Oh, I'm about to freestyle it good on him. Fuck around. I'm gonna have to start carrying the recorder around him. Start sampling
the
Mosie and
the
shit.
the problem is the audio in the headset becomes way too loud so that you guys can hear it. And then like if I'm looking down for and then I can barely like I can hear TooiLLY coming through. Kaveli, I just heard you just saying yeah, like yelling Mosie, Mosie through that because I turned the drums track down because that became so loud. Sorry, yo. I'm sorry if it's like hella loud of your guys' end. I can't tell. My bad.
Man, you over there zoning out. You over there zoning, man.
Nah,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
it was fucking perfect, bro. Like, and like we gotta fucking come through and like let just give you a fucking concert. And like, and we'll just let you take it away for like 20 minutes and we'll change the talking to like 5 fucking minutes. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd be so down. Like, and the part, like the funniest part is like, it'll start like super simple and gross like that, right? And like that song in itself will eventually evolve into like a completely different sound, right? Like when I run out, like, so I'm using an Electro Harmonics 95,000 or whatever. And so that is a looper with 6 tracks, right? So I can set up whatever I want, and then I can erase it as I'm going along. So I can go like 1 through 6, and then when I get to 6, and the song's like a disco tech feel, I can get all the way back and then start on 1 and like quiet out the tracks of like 3 and 5, for example, and then that will leave me with like the drum and bass, right? And then I can come in with like a new feel to it, and then erase those tracks, bring them back in, and then uh thing going there.
It sounds
Yeah.
like you got a Web 3 beat machine over there, son.
No, it's just a fun little looper. It's sweet, yeah.
No, that's dope. But it's not about what you have now. I mean, like, as we can see, you know what I'm saying? But just about, like, the drive of making something and creating, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you can have whatever and come up with something dope.
That's true. It is a lot of fun, and that is something that I love about music, right? So like I can always be like, people like I can play 4 chords for hours, and then you can throw in a new guitarist, new bass player, new drummer, whatever, and like new vocalist, new whoever. And whatever they hear or whatever they add on top is always sweet. And like something that I've always realized about um, like technical musicians is they like try to predict like the next sound because they know a lot of like scales and stuff like that. And like for me, that like kind of ruins the beauty of music, right? And like we can play the same blues scale, but you can decide to hold a certain note longer than I did. So it's one of the sweet things that I enjoy.
Man, the program I use is about 14 years old, man. Don't tell nobody I said this shit. Allie, edit this out, Allie. But no, that the program I use, it's like a super old program, bro. But I'm so used to it, and I can do what I need to do to it quick, fast. And I mean, so that's why I never just change it. And I love like the quality of the sounds and shit like that. So again, it's not about what you got, man, but just what you can do with it, man. Hey, edit that out, man. Edit that shit out, bro.
That is funny as hell, man. So Mosie, man, getting back to the fam real quick, like just for fun, like what is the similarity between you and your brother, and a big difference between you and your brother?
Hello, we're gonna talk to the other side of the brain now. So that's something that's a beautiful similarity that we have. Him and I shared a room for like almost every home that we lived in. while we were living together. So the wild, crazy, dumb sense of humor, like there's like we're just dumb and silly like that. Wildly different. Uh, he's a he was a street punk and a punk rocker, and I like sports. Um, so like that was vastly different between the two of us. So like everything that he learned and got good at, he had to learn because he was the older brother. But I'd be like, yo, how'd you do that? He'd be like, you do it like this. So I got to start at that like 3 year older advantage. You know what I mean? Right? Like you can
Hell
learn
yeah.
from parents, but like kids teaching kids is something that like they obviously see. You can see that it's a lot easier, right? Like a child's going to look at a parent and be like, but you're God, you're a superhuman, no wonder you can do that. I can't do that, I'm just a kid. But if another kid's doing it, they're like, holy shit, yo, I could probably do that too. I'm freaking epic. You know what I mean? So that's where like I definitely got the benefit that a lot of other kids or people may not have experienced in their lives.
Same question about your sister though. Like, what are you what are you and your how are you and your sister similar, and how are you
All so I guess she's outspoken and tough as nails, and that's something that is very similar with me. um, Things that were not similar, I'm coordinated and she's klutzy, like so it's one of those like
does she know
that's
that, or is that just something that you're telling us, young man?
no, she'll be like, yeah, like at this age, definitely. Like one time, okay, so one time she was walking and she tripped and didn't put her hands out to stop her, so she let her face catch her, and that was something that like she got a concussion from, and like cut
See
her
now
face
you
like
you
that way.
you saying stuff that's gonna get all three of us beat up, bro. Like only say stuff that's gonna get you beat up, man. Like don't say I gotta walk around here in these streets, man.
Yeah. Hey
Hey
yo,
man, you guys
that
are
brings
asking the
us.
questions, not my problem.
Hey look,
You want to
hey
know?
look, Illy. Hey
You trying to
Illy.
set us up, bro? Like come on, man.
Don't sweat it. Hey, don't sweat it, Illy, because that brings us to our next segment. What's going on in Mosie's life?
Exactly.
What's going on in my life? Lots, I guess. Currently in the middle of a move. I am a project founder and artist and content creator within the Cardano realms, and then outside of the Cardano realms as well. So
Project
that
founder, you have to plug that. What's the name of your project, buddy?
Pooples, Pooples. Why? Because we're all just simple people, and people are pooples because I ain't shit, and you ain't shit either. So just one of those things.
I'm about to
So
ape in. God damn.
Hey, well, I guess we ain't shit. God damn.
ain't nobody. We're all just humans, yo. We're all just a couple of pooples trying to figure out what's going on, and we're
Can you
all
spell it?
unique.
Spell it again for us, but a little slower for us people who don't react as fast as you. And tell us, how do we find you? Is it Twitter, Discord? What do we need? Send us to Mosie.
It's Pooples, and just go to Mosie Along, Mosiealong on Twitter, and that will get the most up to date like information. Because why? I'm hella transparent. I suck at marketing. I will not lie. I gotta spend all my other time doing other stuff like making the things and having the fun and doing the entertaining things, and I'm a heckin' proud Faja myself. So like, Wee Man comes before all of this stuff at times, and like, there's things where I'm just not that as active on the Pooples Twitter account. So when you see me and you're like, yo, but like the Pooples one, do I follow that? I'll be blunt and honest until I have an announcement where I say we've got somebody who's doing it. There's no point in following that one. Just follow me and you'll get all the updates. And
So what made you start Poo-Poo's? Tell me about it.
so before I came to Cardano itself, I was doing so I like music has been my thing for like it's how I express myself. I performed live many a time, many a moons I was out under the sun, or and singing the songs for people. And so um, when the world shut down, I had to go online and went on Twitch. And yeah, 1 second, uno momento, everybody.
Take your time. Take your time. It sounds like he might got wifey or something getting at him or something. I know that 1 second, everybody. I know how that shit sound, Illy.
I promise he probably ducked this shit. Like, oh, she probably threw a 1-2. He ducked it. She's like, uno momento, uno momento. She just threw a 2-piece. Hold up. I
Small
already know how
it
it
is.
be.
That's right.
Look at that motherfucker. Bombs away.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Where was I? Sorry. Could you refresh my memory? Sorry.
Yeah, man, we understand, bro.
Music.
We've been there before, bro. We already know what happened. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to tell us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you already know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? See, we like Cleo. I don't know if they know nothing about Cleo. But we the real
Uh-huh.
Cleo.
I promise you. I promise you. I needed to reset real quick anyway. You feel me?
Oh, hell
Wait.
yeah, bro.
That
This
was
man, we
wild
got
and awesome. Mohi, the night can be a lot longer than we anticipated. We can extend the interview. Sleepover parties are a thing now
Oh,
at this
see,
age.
hey, look, see now, Mosie. Now you trying to get my ass whooped. See, first you done had to take just because you done got swung on and shit. Don't mean start getting me and Illy
I
in
told
trouble.
you he
You know what
fucking
I'm saying?
trouble, yo. I told you, bro,
Hey
trouble
man,
like.
I was told it was a party, and so I'm now rough and rowdy and able to party.
Uh-huh. He said, y'all motherfuckers that got me started, goddamn.
Yeah, man. You can't just pull the
Uh-huh.
cord and then be like, all right, let's watch that thing
Like, you
go.
motherfucker out here flipping this shit. Look at this shit here, man.
Oh, whoa. Didn't mean to leave
So,
you alone. All right, so refresh
so
that.
Mosie, you were telling us about the Poo-Poo's
Yes.
project and
Why it
why you
started.
started it and where you going with that, baby boy.
Yep. So the pandemic happened. Here we go. So I wasn't allowed to go outside and perform live, and a part of my soul was like, "Holy shit, this sucks. Let me out." So I went on Twitch, and God, was that like the most awkward experience of my life. After you play songs in public and you're at a place and the song ends, people tend to like make a sound or they clap or they go, there's murmurs, they're like, boo, get off the stage, right? And I'm like, sick, all right, there's stuff in between. When you do that on Twitch, that's missing. There's no crowd, right? So that was soul crushing again. And I was like, this is weird to me. This is like, how do I engage with the chat? Like, what's mindless banter? What am I supposed to do? So I started drawing cartoons and I made a little cartoon world in there. And so I was doing a little choose your own adventure with the audience and stuff, and like streaming dumb games, and I'd green screen myself in with my cartoons, my pooples. And so I did a Christmas special where Sad Boy was born. And I got like heavy into setting up scenes, and I loved like creating this little world. And like the Christmas special was him losing his presents, and that's why he's sad. So I had to travel, travel along and stuff, and try to figure it out, and let the audience be like, okay, like go check this out or go over here. And like there's small gatherings, small people around the campfire saying, "Oh, this is lovely. Let's do this." And little inside jokes started happening. So I started floating down this river one time in a teacup, and it was my safety cup. So I started like doing everything in a safety cup for a bit because like if I had to go check something out and like appear in a different thing, I'd be like, oh crap, get back to the safety cup. And then like just doing silly stuff like that. And when I was in college, somebody was super passionate about Cardano, or yeah, blockchain in general, and Cardano specifically. And I didn't understand what the heck he was talking about at the time, but I loved his passion. And if you're passionate about something and I'm able to talk to you or whatever, I'm right there beside you being like, yeah, like let's deconstruct it. Let's like build it up. Like let's have your dream come to reality. Like hell's yeah. And then now flash forward, I'm on Twitch. I've got a cartoon world. I've got my music. I found out that DeFi was going to be a thing on Cardano. Cardano's able to come to life, and then slowly it was like NFTs are going to be a reality there. And I was like, yo, a database there. Like I could drop my cartoon world, have a cartoon game, and I could stream myself playing a game that I made with my own assets in my own little cartoon world with my own music, and I made all of that, and like I can utilize this for like storage and information. And then like I loved seeing what other people saw, like what they could do with Cardano. So I was like, well, the skills that I bring to the table are like bringing smiles, entertainment, art, and like objective and lateral thought processes. So how can I help others by doing that? So I started like collaborating with other projects in the beginning, and like I was open to hearing people's ideas out and was just like blunt and like objective with my perspective, and like saying and understanding like, yo, I don't have all the answers, but here's one way of it, what you delivered being perceived, right? So I loved seeing all the cool stuff, so I became very vocal about it. And like I love art, and like I create infinitely. Like it's a compulsion. It's not like I love it. Like it's gonna happen whether I want it to or not. So I do it, and so I speak, and I'm willing to be outspoken, and I try to help those around me. And pupils, I can utilize them in the same capacity. So if somebody enjoys seeing them and they like the smiles or they like the art, eventually it became like, yo, we like your style in general. So could you draw this for us? And we allowed to use that to sell, and we can keep the profits or use the profits for charity, or we'll give you some of the profits, or we'll do this. And that's where it became like almost all consuming, and like where pooples are today, where it's like there's 420 random drops, there's up to 69 assets per. The random drops means 420 unique characters, and then anything in between. And so far that's been like looking at the tech, learning the tech into a certain capacity, and being like, can we do this with it? No. And
How
then
many drops, Mosie?
420 drops. It's over the course of like 5 to 10 years. I'm not here for like a zero sum game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no point in like being here being like 10K is a logical number for no
How
reason.
many drops? How many drops are we at now, Mosie?
I've done almost 40, and I've also done a plethora of other things. That's why it's like heckin' slow, right? Like, I've got 4 comic book covers that are my own style, collaborative with other projects that I could say I've done. This year will be my 3rd community collab with like I'm hoping for more numbers than last year. Last year was 135 projects and people in the Cardano ecosystem getting involved. I've done. I was the 2nd project to have customizing NFTs. I can say that. And anybody who's like, "Oh, whoa, screw you!" It's like, no. Cute Creatures was the first one to be like, "Yo, you can like combine them. Here's a bundle package. Here you go." And then Dress Your Pooples was the one that like came out after and around that. And like we can say Dungeon Looters Club, I guess, was the next closest thing around that time, right? And so innovating and doing a bunch of other random crap. That's why I've got a 5 to 10 year roadmap, because I'm gonna be here, right? So like if you like my art, then you're more than okay with like following along the journey. That's what at least my supporters and fans have been telling me and saying in general, just being like, yo, go for it, because like not only do we love your stuff, like if you go look up Pooples, good luck trying to get it. They're diamond hands, and everybody who buys it doesn't buy it thinking, I'm going to flip this or I'm going to buy it, number go up. They buy it because they're like, yo, I like this. Like, I enjoy this character. I enjoy
So
XYZ.
so if the dragons so if the dragons wanted to go get a poople, or if we want to own something that Mosie did, you know what I'm saying? Because we had him on the show and we take pride in the guests that we have on our show. How in the heck do we get a Mosie piece? Talk to us.
You could ask me for one. I don't know.
Oh, is that all we have to do? Ellie, you see how easy it is when we start
Let's
throwing our own
fucking
shows and shit.
That's
go.
the same for everybody. Like, realistically speaking, like there's no, like, this is the part where like it's outlandish to me to be like screaming inclusivity while remaining exclusive. Okay, the
Mm.
finite amounts, whoever participates in the random drops, there's lots of that goes on with the random drops themselves, right? So you're blown away by 420. There's also roll calls that we got to do, right? Now that I've got the music pumping out quick, like, yeah, I'm continuing getting those roll calls sent out from before. A roll call is I ask for specific pooples and specific numbers. If you have them, cool, you get a custom piece minted and made for you utilizing those pooples, a one-of-one music piece that I could not recreate because it's going to be a live improv thing, and custom animations that are happening throughout the thing. I've already done releases of those. Like in 2021, I released those types of things. I
And are
continue
you
to
doing
launch.
all of this on the Cardano blockchain?
Hells yeah, yo! I've got like over 2,000. I've
Ooh.
almost got like 3,000 assets out.
And that's
Hey, look, man.
I've
incredible.
been putting in a
Hey,
lot of
look.
work and time. You know, like
I
that's
didn't
the
know none of this right here, man. I'm getting this like this is straight alpha right here. Like, oh man, like I promise you, that we started off just straight. I mean, having fun, but we getting down to business and the way you breaking down your company right now, man. Like, I'm a collector, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm super interested right now, like because I can hear the conviction in your voice. 5 year roadmap, 10 year roadmap, things like that. That's something that I want to that sounds like something I want to collect. I mean, and hold on to in diamond hand. I'm saying, and be a part of the community. So shit, salute. I'm all ears.
Well, like on my end, I appreciate that and thank you. And like for what I'm doing, it's just me, right? So like I'm gonna come back to the table every time. And whatever I've said that I'm going to be doing, it's gonna be hella slow if it is just me. And I open it up and have been a super open and transparent person, being like, yo, like I'm more than down to grow and expand things, right?
Cool, man. Slow motion is cool. I'm witnessing it out here right now. We all witnessing it. All of these gaming projects saying this, that, and the third, they're gonna release this. They haven't released nothing since they've been saying, you know what I'm saying? But like the community is there. The community believe, you know what I'm saying? So slow motion is okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, but just like small interaction or big interaction in building is what's key. And that sounds like what you're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like,
Absolutely, man.
and
Hey, absolutely. And I just wanted to say, like, and know this, there, bro, that the dragons are in the helping people. You know what I'm saying? As you see, like, Alter Alley is helping himself, and he's also helping Spatials. You know what I'm saying? Kaveli's helping himself. He's also helping Spatials. TooiLLY's helping himself. He's also helping Spatials. So are you, Mosie. You know what I'm saying? And we also collabing. You know what I'm saying? To help each other in this wonderful collaborative effort. So if there's anything that we can do in the future for collaborative efforts, if whether it be collaborating on a piece, you know what I'm saying, a Illy and Mosie production with Mosie and Kaveli on the track, let's do it and let's get it done because we're all about helping each other,
That's
right?
work. That's work.
hells yeah, yo! Like I'm always down. Like and like on my end, it's funny because like because I have been like lurking and actively a part of I guess the small bubble or the little ecosystem that is the Twitter space for Cardano. Like I've witnessed a lot of growth and change for the entire ecosystem in general, right? And like I'm always down for collaborative efforts because it's fun. And if we're making art and we're creating something. If you go into it saying, okay, I want this to be fiscally driven, then fine. I'm going to come at you like extremely analytical. I'm going to come at you being like, okay, like if you want it to do that, then you have to do these things. And the things that I'll bring to the table are this X, Y, Z, and blunt as shit like that. But if it's like, yo, let's collab, create, have fun, just relax, shoot the shit, yo, like that's what like all of this is about to me. That's the beauty of like Web3 and like these spaces in general. The fact that like we can run into each other like that.
Yeah, see, I had to run around the room right there because you hit that so much on the head. You know what I'm saying? I had to straight jump around because I'm like, yo, this guy, he really gets it. You know what I'm saying? So like I just got like one final question for you, Mosie. You know what I mean? And that's this like I keep hearing hell's yeah, like break that down for me, son. Like break that down for a Midwest American and the East Coast American. You know what I'm saying? What's up with this hell's yeah? You know what I mean?
Hells yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It's I don't know. It's just like a little soundbite, I guess, of like hells yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking go.
Hey, yo, that was a little phrase back in like in the '90s in New Jersey and shit. Like, hell's yeah, man, hell's yeah.
Hells yeah.
Yo, I love that, man. Don't ever stop saying that hell's yeah shit, man. That shit sound cool as fuck, bro. Can't nobody say that hell's yeah like Mosie. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's wild. Yeah, that's wild.
Hey man, so listen, I know it don't seem like long, you know what I'm saying, but we've been busting your ass for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So you were able to sit through the hot seat, we were able to make you laugh, we were able to make you cry. Do you have any final words for me, Ali, and Illy that you want to get off or to our community? You know what I'm saying? Before we let you go?
Oh, you don't even want to open that can of worms. There's oodles that I'd love to say. Um, for your community, for the people that are there and listening, take a moment, go check out I'm Mosie on YouTube, Twitch, and go to Mosie Along on Twitter. Um, and then this is really neat. The Create platform showcases a lot of independent artist stuff, and I've been recently adding some of my unique pieces up there. I've got a line called Mo Assets, and that's full commercial use for like random characters and stuff like that. They're things outside and in between the 420 random drop. For those who are like, oh, you got to move faster, get that number done, and blah blah blah. It's never gonna happen. It's like it'll happen. Take your time. The price range for those are next to nothing because it's the concept for that is either you can utilize them for whatever commercial use you would like, or what I'm doing with them is like utilizing those as my stickers and fun NFT drops. So if you happen to have shit tickets, you can check out Cardano Beam. That's another Cardano sweet thing, and get airdrops and free things that way because they've got some really cool stuff going on. So check out them. So that's Create Platform, KREATE dot community, COMMUNITY. So that'll work for that. And Cardano Beam, CARDANO BEAM, and dot something. Go check them out on Twitter first to get their actual thing. Yeah, there's lots. There's too many. I will think of too many more, and then you'll be like, no, we have to stop this. So
No, but bro, you know what though, bro? Give it all to us on the back end.
Exactly, and that's dope. I mean, everybody be able to be in one space, and I'm saying the network too. And I mean, if need be, so nice little meeting ground. I mean, to build from there. I mean, so that's pretty dope.
Really.
Hey man, I enjoyed myself, man. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Like I really did. I'm saying this was something different, man. And I salute you for you coming down, coming through, sitting down, and chopping it up and giving us your story and You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was a nice little roller coaster, you know what I'm saying? But it ended off real nice and sweet, you know what I'm saying? Uh, I had a whole lot of fun, bro. Learned a lot about you. I mean, I didn't know that you was so passionate about, your project. I didn't even know you even had a project, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? But again, I learned a lot. I'm definitely going to do my research, you know what I'm saying, from here on out, you know what I'm saying? And I look forward to being a part of the community. So salute to you and thank you, bro. We appreciate you.
Thank you guys. This has been a lot of fun.
Mosie, man, you know what my homeboy Coltrane told me is it's always a treat when players meet. You know what I'm saying? And so if you would do us a wonderful solid, man, and play us out, we need just a good 2, 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And like, and we are done working you for the
Oh
night.
shit! Goddamn! Hey Mosie, I think hold on. Hey Mosie, let's show these motherfuckers what it is, man. Cause let's show them what time it is. Fuck it, man. Goddamn, they want it. Let's give it to them, man.
We lit.
Zone up. Ain't no pressure, baby. I'm kicked back, man. Ain't no pressure, man. Fuck they talk about, man. There ain't no game. When you shoot the shit, we shoot the shit, like. We ain't the same, man. Listen, man, we do small talk, business talk, whatever we want to do. It don't matter. However you want to play it. We here for the shit, like we here for it. We not playing no games. We in it to win it.
Hey, yo, we out of this mother clucker. Mosie gonna play us out. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, we out of this mother clucker. Mosie gonna play us out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is the Dragons. You know what I'm saying? I am Kaveli the Prince of White. And with the homeboy TooiLLY, we got all the alley joint. He built the spatial and he directed and he filming. You know what I'm saying? We all got multiple jobs. Yeah, I'm saying.
Little fade out rather than just cutting it. And like, if you
My
guys want to
man.
and check out Create, yo. Like, go if you want to help support that way. Like, go to Create, go to the Mo assets, get stuff that like you enjoy, and like get multiples, and then just throw it to random people's
Are
wallets.
you talking about Crate? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Create platform. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that platform. I think because the world's on. I think you could stake worlds on there.
I ain't know
Uh,
that.
Can you stake? Can you stake on that platform?
nope. It's
Okay.
like Create. My bad. Um,
Okay. I'm talking about a different platform. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. I got you.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
built
well,
on
send
Cardano,
us the link, bro.
and yeah, like it's built on Cardano, and like the cool part about it is like, when they get to their ability to do MP4s or music, for example, it's infinitely easier to do their drag and drop system and mint through them than it is for NMaker setup, than it is for Wild Tangs and then having one of those, than it is for using the Cardano Daedalus CLI. I'm about to
That's
find
another
out.
thing we need you for, Mosie, bro. I
Getting
mean, how you feel about being our consultation character and shit like that? Like, what's up, man? Like, can you help us out, bro? Like, you know
Hell
too
yeah.
much, man. We need to know what you know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm but a simpleton, but always, like that's what I mean by like I'm here to help. That's one of the other things that I bring to the table. It's just like me and like my lateral thought process, and like I've been here for a while, so I'm gonna accumulate knowledge and my perspective of shit. So at any point in time, if you guys have questions, like how do you
But
like
I tell you the
how do
thing
we
about
expect
us,
it?
bro. I tell you the thing
What do you
about us, fam. We always break people off for, whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? We're not the kind of guys to just be taking information and running with it. You know what I'm saying? However you help us, we gonna help you back. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, yeah. I appreciate it.
That's my
Um,
man.
I'm not the person that's like, oh, you gotta give me this much money and like, oh, you gotta do this. Like, I'm I'm the person that's like, yo, if you took that knowledge and ran with it and you grew in any way,
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
but we the type of
Done.
people. Yeah, but we the type of people. You know, I'm just saying to show love to people who show us love. So it's gonna be a mutual thing. You know what I'm saying? And we believe in
Hell yeah.
partnerships. You know what I'm saying? Not smash and grabs. You dig?
Hells yeah. Hells yeah.
All
And
right,
I
man. Well,
appreciate you guys like asking me to come out and do a thing. Um, it it
oh,
it's always fun,
it
yeah.
was
Like
a
I love doing this
it
stuff.
was a it was a no brainer, to be honest with you, bro. After you showed your incredible talents in the open mic, you know what I'm saying, and me and Allie were able to talk to you and pick your brain while we were preparing for that. And so, I mean, I think at that point we kind of knew that we wanted to have you on. You know what I'm saying? We knew you were a jewel, bro. So, you know. But yeah, I gotta bust a move. If you want to stay here and rap with Allie or Illy, I don't know if Illy gotta go, but yeah, I gotta bust out, get back to the fam though. But Mosie, it's been a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that was dope.
Oh, titty fucker. See?